When I was young, we lived on an old farm. Our family had pets, but we're no farmers. For much of my childhood, the land around our house was undeveloped. A cow farm in one direction, a horse pasture in the other than the noise generated by my two older brothers and myself, it was pretty quiet. One memory stands out in particular is kind of lying in the grass in our fields at night, away from the house lights, staring up at the stars. They were so bright we could see everything. Beyond the big and little dippers, I was never that good at identifying the constellations, but I loved looking for shooting stars. I know, or at least Google tells me, that shooting stars are small, rapidly moving meteors burning up in the Earth's atmosphere, not actual stars like our own sun shooting across the cosmos. Nonetheless, it's that memory that comes to mind when reading Revelation 6:13, and the stars in the sky fell to the earth as figs drop from a fig tree when shaken by a strong wind. Probably won't surprise you, I'm inclined to read the sixth seal figuratively, not literally. Now, first off, it's alluding to a passage in Isaiah which states all the stars in the sky will be dissolved, the heavens rolled up like a scroll, and all the starry host will fall like withered leaves from the vine, like shriveled figs from the fig tree. Now, one reason I suggest the sixth seal is to be understood figuratively, not literally, is because the Isaiah passage containing much the same content was itself figurative, not literal. The prophet employed cosmic imagery to speak of the coming destruction of the nation of Edom to the south of Judah. Now, I want to be clear, to suggest that something is figurative, not literal, doesn't mean that the judgment isn't serious or that it's fictive. It's just not going to happen as literally as we're told it will. Now think about the starry hosts falling to the earth. Even the smallest star measured is 7 times the size of the earth. Thank you, Google. If that were to collide with the earth, we're toast. You might say, well, maybe a star means a meteor or something, but there you go. You're well on your way to joining me in the figurative, not literal camp. If the sun were to go dark, as suggested, scientists contend the surface of the earth would drop to 0 degrees within a week. Within 2 months, all the oceans would freeze over. It's pretty much game over there, isn't it? If you pay attention, verse 12 through 14 contains 7 cataclysmic events. The earthquake, the sun turning black, the moon to blood, stars falling, the sky rolling up, and mountains and islands being removed. The next thing John reports is the response. Then the kings of the earth, the princes, the generals, the rich, the mighty, and everyone else, both slave and free, hid in caves and among the rocks of the mountains. Now, if you're counting, we've got 7 different groups of people. 7 cosmic events, 7 people's response. Doesn't it seem like there is a finality to this? John continues, they called to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. There's more to be said than can be said here, but I think at the very least is the heartbreaking reality of how they respond. And first of all is their desire to hide. Humans don't change that much, do we? As God approached in the garden after Adam and Eve had eaten the fruit, do you remember what they did? They hid. And what does humanity seek to do here but hide? Not only do they seek to hide, they hide from the wrath of the Lamb. The Lamb who was the source of salvation has now become the source of wrath. If there's a challenge for us in this text, it is the certainty that a day is coming when God will bring destruction, when the Lamb will bring destruction, and it will be total and it will touch everyone. The wrath of the Lamb will visit all who have not sought the mercy of the Lamb. So let us not put it off, but hasten to share the good news with those who need it, for the day is coming. Have a blessed week.